Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Here at Alpha Finance we aim to beat the market and achieve excess returns, better known as Alpha. This is the first video of many where I'll be diving into stock analysis. I can't think of a better stock to cover in my first video than Virgin Galactic, a company I've been following intently for years. Before we dive in, remember these videos are for entertainment purposes and should not be taken as personal investment advice. With declining launch costs, advances in technology, and rising public interest in space exploration, could the space industry be the next trillion-dollar industry? Cathie Wood seems to think so, and so does Chamath Palihapitiya, two of the most important and followed investors in today's markets. Chamath has been a major supporter of the company and even helped it go public with a SPAC deal in late 2019. Furthermore, Chamath is the acting chairman of Virgin Galactic, and he's giving his investment advice, helping the company grow, as he's done with many other companies. With an exciting company in a growing industry like this, institutional investors are starting to take notice. In particular, ARK Invest, led by Cathie Wood, have recently filed for a space exploration ETF. It is highly considered that Virgin Galactic will be one of the main holdings in this ETF. Considering the leadership of Richard Branson and the institutional investment of both Chamath and Cathie, I think it's important for investors to look into this stock, as clearly they're thinking that this is a growth stock, and I think we should think that as well. Let's dive right in. Firstly, Virgin Galactic won't only be a space tourism company. The investment implications for a more accessible and less expensive reach in outer space could be extremely significant for a variety of industries. If Virgin Galactic is able to build sufficient space infrastructure, they could expand into other opportunities, such as satellite broadband and high-speed product delivery. Although the company's business model currently is based on bringing people up into space on a commercial basis, they have plans to expand into intercontinental travel as well. In particular, the company's growth strategy envisions the development of, quote, high-speed global mobility vehicles that drastically reduce travel time from point to point, even going from Los Angeles to Tokyo in just 2 hours. Throughout humanity's history, only approximately 600 people have ever been into space. Virgin Galactic aims to put an additional 3,000 people into space in just their first 4 years of operation, following a successful mission by Richard Branson in early 2021. If this is successful, we'll see the rolling out of spaceports across the world, hopefully, in the near future to put other people into space as well on a commercial basis. Some investors may think that Virgin Galactic is an extreme long-term investment horizon. However, I want to dissuade those investors who think they won't see returns for the next 50 years. In reality, as per Morgan Stanley investment research, space as an investment theme is likely to affect a variety of industries in the near and medium term. This goes beyond tourism and aerospace and defense, rather also impacting industries such as telecom and communications. Morgan Stanley estimates that the global space industry could be worth and generate over $1 trillion in revenue a year by 2040, up from $350 billion currently today. This would be one of the industries that will see the most growth over the next 20 years if these forecasts are correct. With Virgin Galactic containing some of the most important and new technology in this industry, we could see them capitalizing on this industry growth and expanding into other facets of the space industry, like satellite launching. As seen on the screen, Morgan Stanley expects the space industry to grow at a continually increasing rate. Furthermore, there are a variety of industries affected by this growth. With high barriers to entry through very high R&D costs and patents, we could see companies operating now in the space industry as holding some form of monopoly, with Blue Origin, SpaceX, and most particularly Virgin Galactic being three of the only main operating companies currently in this industry. Now that we've seen a more holistic view on the space industry as a whole, let's dive more specifically into Virgin Galactic and their current operating performance. Currently, the company doesn't actually make any money. However, they have approximately $150 million in backed up revenues from space flights that have been reserved for the future. The criticism that some investors raise with this is that the company would have a price to sales ratio of approximately 40, and that's on unrealized revenues that haven't even come into the company yet. In reality, the price to sales ratio currently is undefined. The counterclaims that supporters of Virgin Galactic give to this is that nowadays many companies don't make profits or revenues for many years into their operations. For instance, Amazon, one of the largest and most powerful companies in today's world, didn't make profits for over 10 years into their operations. Now Amazon's a cash cow and recorded almost $100 billion of profit in Q3 of 2020. Tesla, one of the most hyped companies in the world today, one of the most hyped stocks in the world today, has seen a massive bull run over 2020 with its stock price octupling. This is despite the company still having low relative profits, and only up until a couple of quarters ago did they make profits at all, and they're sitting on a valuation of over almost $800 billion. Considering this, Virgin Galactic, with its growth opportunities and a current market cap of approximately $7 billion, has a lot of upside. It is clear that the reason genius investors like Cathie Wood and Chamath Palihapitiya invest in this company today is not because of the revenues it's generating, rather because of the future revenues the company could potentially generate considering its business model and considering the growth prospects of this industry. If you're enjoying the video so far, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe and like buttons, as well as turning on notifications for when I create more videos. In the company's Q3 earnings call, new CEO Michael Colglazier made the statement that he could see the company in the years ahead generating $1 billion in revenue from each spaceport they operate. I'll read a quick quote from the report from Michael Colglazier. Quote, "To reach this objective, we are embarking on a multi-year effort that will lead to flights not once a month or even once a week, but targets flying 400 flights per year per spaceport, meaning they'll be flying every day." How many spaceports Virgin Galactic will be able to run obviously depends on their investment and capex spending, as well as how much demand for space travel increases. But one can assume that if they are able to pull off tourism in space on a safe basis, the demand for it will increase among the ultra wealthy, and from there, the revenue expectations could continually increase as more spaceports open. Before concluding, I want to quickly look at some price action on the stock over the last couple months. Firstly, we can see there was a massive run up leading up to their test flight in December. However, after the failing of that test flight, the stock did pull back quite a lot, however by not even near as much as many analysts expected it to. What this tells me is that investors were almost expecting the flight to fail, and meaning that there's not even that much downside to further failures unless there's a massive catastrophe such as loss of life. With this in mind, one could look at it almost as a pharma company where all it needs is one big break, a single test flight that goes very well, and the stock could rocket. Looking further into the price action from this week, obviously Cathie Wood and ARK announced a filing for the space ETF, and likely this will be part of that, so that's why demand for this rocketed up. And recently on Friday, the stock did pull back by about 7%, but that was more so due to profit taking across the entire market, with all stocks falling across each industry. With other major players in the industry being private, think SpaceX and Blue Origin, investors are looking to enter this market as it grows, and they only currently have several options to invest, like Lockheed Martin, or if they want a true space play, Virgin Galactic. Therefore, as the industry grows, so will demand for SPCE Virgin Galactic stock. I see pullbacks like we saw on Friday to be a good buying opportunity for this stock, and I will be holding this company in my portfolio for years, perhaps even decades to come. One of the best ways to build wealth is to identify companies and industries that may not be profitable now, but that will grow and become large in the future. Think Facebook and Netflix 10 years ago, or EV or solar power today. These companies may not have been profitable in the past, but are now some of the largest and most powerful companies we have today. I truly believe that Virgin Galactic could be a company like this going forward. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I will be making many new videos like this and would really appreciate any feedback you could give me. I'm hoping to build this channel into a community of like-minded investors looking to build wealth over time. So therefore, if there's anything you'd like me to talk about or do some research on, note it down in the comments below and I'll make sure to get back to every one of you.